There is so much lost media. Thousands upon thousands of movies gone from poor handling conditions of the past, hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of TV completely gone worldwide, again for many reasons. From not being able to record what you saw before the 1970s, to nobody thinking to record something mundane as a commercial, or literally no one wanted it. There is simply too much lost media. As I've slowly started to upload videos on my channel, people have requested what they wish to be found one day in my comment sections. Some of them I find interesting myself, and some, while I particularly don't care for, can see that it matters a lot to them. Even if not a lot of people come searching for these topics, sometimes all you need is one person with the right resources to come in. I'll be splitting the requests into 3 categories: TV and film, gaming, and music. This is lost media my viewers want found. Guitar Hero 7, requested by Hydrosauce. This is a cancelled game in the Guitar Hero series. This would have been the last game to release in the franchise before going on hiatus until 2015 with Guitar Hero Live, which underperformed critically and sales-wise. Guitar Hero 7 was going to be different from the other games. First off, the game was developed by Vicarious Visions. This change in lead developer was most likely due to Neversoft, the ones originally working on the games at the time. They were switching over to become a support team for the Call of Duty series in 2011, which was when Guitar Hero 7 planned to release. Second, it was going to have a new controller. It would have 6 strings and an extra button. The way it would work in game, the 6 strings would be intended to be used for playing colored notes on specific strings instead of a single strum bar working on all buttons, making it feel more like a real guitar. Guitar Hero 7 would be cancelled due to issues with development, but I imagine the declining sales of the games and the immense burnout from releasing multiple entries a year plus Rock Band in the same did not help either. Although there is no playable build of this cancelled game online, you can find a handful of screenshots and a video as well of it. Interestingly, the video we have was released by an animator who worked on Guitar Hero 7 when updating their portfolio in 2025, so it's possible that one of the developers still has access to the playable build. Metal Slug 1995 build, requested by MC Hank. This entry is only really going to be interesting to Metal Slug fans, but to briefly describe it to those unfamiliar, Metal Slug is a popular 2D run-and-gun series that's been going on since 1996 and still receiving games to this day. They are known for their 2D art style, fast-paced gameplay, and humor. Before Metal Slug was released, a demo was shown at the Amusement Machine Show in September 1995. What makes this demo special is how different it is compared to the final game, which would only release 7 months later. Most notably, you can't exit the tank. In this build, you only play as the tank. The level design is centered around it, so the level structure is different as well. Overall, making a slower and clunkier experience. The level design, characters, mechanics, and the story are completely different. This was all changed due to poor reception during playtesting. We have plenty of screenshots from various Japanese gaming magazines covering the game at the time, but to this day, not a single playable ROM of this prototype has been released. We don't know either if the prototype is still in the hands of SNK, the developers of the game. It is impressive how they were able to drastically change the game so much in such a short notice, but regardless, this is something that's very much a relic for the community. Monster Farm, requested by Anthony, a short-lived animated series that aired on Fox from 1998 to 1999, with a total of 26 episodes, but only 13 of them aired in US, while the rest aired in various countries like Germany, Poland, and Russia. The show is about a young guy named Jack, whose uncle gives him a farm with monster animals such as Count Cluckia, a vampire rooster, Gotosaurus Rex, a goat kaiju who can breathe fire, Scarewolf, a werewolf dog, Frankenswire, a Frankenstein pig, and Zombie, a zombie cow, with more as well. Fun fact, Alex Borstein and Steve Marmol, two writers of the show, would later have major success writing Family Guy, with even Alex being the voice of Lois Griffin. As of 2026, only half of the show is found. Although there is 26 episodes, each episode contains 2 segments, so really it's closer to 52 episodes. Out of these 52 episodes, only 4 of the English versions have been found online. I found this Reddit post from Weird Maths talking about the show and how he contacted the show's creator, Taylor Grants, via Twitter and got some info about it, like how the show was mostly produced without Taylor and that unfortunately he doesn't have any of the episodes. Weird Maths also said that he tried contacting various other people on the show but never got any responses. It appears to be a matter of anyone having a recording of the English episodes to become aware that they are lost. Disney Channel Wand idents. Requested by Johnny Cash's stand-in, this fits in with the theme of something you wouldn't expect to be lost. In the 2000s and early 2010s, Disney on their TV channel would have these iconic segments called Wand idents. Despite this being a huge franchise like Disney and Disney Channel being so popular, there are actually a lot of Wand IDs that are lost, over 100 in fact, from the entire bumper itself to different variations like short versions, international ones, etc. Some examples like one with Shia LaBeouf or even Stevens, some for Hannah Montana, Lizzie McGuire, That's So Raven, Corey in the House, and a lot more. I will leave a link in the description to the Lost Media Wiki page, which has an extensive list of the bumpers that are known to be lost. Some of these bumpers aren't even confirmed to exist. If you see any that you think you remember seeing and have old TV recordings from the Disney Channel of the time, definitely check, as you might have something lost that's not been archived. Wazu. What a zoo. This wasn't requested, but it was mentioned in my first video by Nero Blackstar, and I found this show interesting. Wazu What a Zoo is a French show from 2004 that aired on Disney. Wazu had an English and Serbian dub as well, the English dub airing in Canada on the TVO Kids channel and Canal D in Serbia. The show is about a group of goofy aliens coming across an abandoned television satellite, and they watch the screen on it to learn about what people do on Earth. This show is almost absent on the internet. There are 25 episodes believed to be made for this series, but only one survived, which is the Serbian dub uploaded by the television network themselves on YouTube. The episodes are short and are only around 5 minutes each. There was a website for this series too, but unfortunately it's been barely archived. Wazu was animated by Okie Dokie Studios and was distributed by Upside Television. It appears both companies are now defunct, but I did try contacting someone who used to work at Okie Dokie Studios, though they came in after the show ended. They told me that they would try contacting someone that they know that did work on the series, but I am still waiting a response from them. One episode, the website, and a handful of screenshots is all we have. If you happen to watch the show back then and know anything more, let us know in the comments. Two Toes, requested by Sinister Cortex. Two Toes is about a group of aliens from the planet Pluto. You have Joseph, Tasha, Morty, Uki, and Stevie, the 5 horsemen. Their goal is to teach kids morals. They were created by a man named Joe Shavira, except that's not his real name. More on that later. Joe was born and raised in Santa Maria, California, which is where Two Toes happened as well. Two Toes would appear at the Santa Maria Times newspapers as comic strips in the mid-1990s. If anyone here watching this grew up in the Santa Maria area can confirm this, but Two Toes was a decently successful gig for Joe. You can find footage of live stage shows for kids. A Chuck E. Cheese in Santa Maria was renovated into a Two Toes themed restaurant. Two Toes were even considered the city's mascots for a while, and plenty of ambitious projects in the works, though most never came through. Joe wanted Two Toes to be huge. For example, the said ambitious projects included having a Two Toes animated TV show, appearing at Universal Studios, dedicated comics, and plushies, in which you would get from McDonald's. Some of these happened, and some had progress, and some never went past the idea stage. It's hard to say how much of Two Toes is lost. We know for a fact that there are comic strips in the local newspapers, and a cancelled cartoon show, but the rest is unknown. Sinister Cortex found plushies. It's not known how these were given away or if they were released, but a seller from Santa Maria had 3 plushies that was dated 1998. I also found an eBay listing of posters and even media press kits. I mentioned earlier about Joe not being his real name. Joe's real name is Daryl Meeks. It is possible that Daryl was a con artist and gone under multiple different names to hide his shady history. Daryl had a spot in the Vegas Stars, even though he is mostly unheard of outside of Santa Maria. I won't go into it too much in some of its info. There's this article talking about it, but I don't believe all of it is true. Like saying the restaurant was never built. Some of his friends stepped up as well, saying that the person who wrote this article had a personal vendetta against Daryl. It's something I don't want to go into, and regardless, it doesn't matter anymore, as Daryl would eventually pass away from brain cancer, unfortunately, in 2023 at the age of 64. I am currently waiting for a response from one person who used to be close with Daryl, and if they respond with some good info, I'll post an update in my post section. I'm sort of combining 2 requests into one. Blue Baron requested 4Kids Lost Media, with nothing in particular, just 4Kids in general. And Gogo Kawaii requested a Lost TMNT episode, specifically the 2003 show, which was a part of 4Kids. There is a lot of 4Kids Lost Media, and you can find quite a few videos about 4Kids Lost Media. I will just link these videos as they go in depth and cover the topic better than I can, but I'll still go over it briefly to see if it interests you. 4Kids was a company that specialized in localizing anime to a Western audience. They are sort of infamous as they would censor the shows to cater more to children and also change certain things for the West. It's sometimes done well, and sometimes it's done real lazily, like calling rice balls jelly-filled donuts in Pokemon, but not actually reanimating them to be donuts. So they're just calling what's clearly a rice ball a donut. 4Kids had their own TV block in the US, and their works would air on other channels in other countries, like Teletoon in Canada. Some of the lost media range from entire shows that never aired, to certain episodes that are not archived, and to what I personally would like to see are the 4Kids 4th of July blocks.
Stars of 4Kids will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see?
If you are from the US and never been on Twitter or maybe Blue Sky on 4th of July, you might have seen these 4Kids commercials posted as memes. There are other variants of this and are lost, and I would love to see it get found just for the laughs. Now on to the TMNT episode. I personally barely watched the 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show, but I did have the Xbox game for it when I was little, and I remember never playing it because the disc was too scratched. That added nothing to the conversation, I'm sorry. The episode in question is Nightmares Recycled. What was supposed to be a season 5 episode never happened. Nightmares Recycled was pulled from the season entirely before completion, and has never publicly released in any form. A work print exists, but again, the final episode wasn't finished. Multiple forum users, including the official TMNT staff, confirmed this is a real episode. The episode focuses on the Garbage Man character's origins, how he was part of a conjoined twin separated by a back alley surgeon who then experimented on the Garbage Man as an infant with acid before discarding him. It is possible that this episode could be released on a future DVD of sorts, kind of like how the Invader Zim DVD had unreleased material, but I wouldn't hold your breath on it. Obviously, Nightmares Recycled was cancelled because of its dark material, and also TMNT had another episode that did finish and air, but got banned for similar reasons, called Insane in the Membrane. Although there is doubt that this will be found from some staff, it is possible someone still has it. Superhuman Samurai, Cyber Squad, Team Samurai, The Legend Begins, what a mouthful, requested by Toku Waffle. Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad was a TV series that aired from 1994 to 1995 on the ABC network. It lasted 1 season with 53 episodes. The series was an adaptation of the Japanese series Electronic Warrior Gridman. It's basically Power Rangers, but without Power Rangers. The Legend Begins is the cancelled 1995 direct-to-video movie based on the show. The only proof of its existence is an announcement trailer shown on some of the show's VHS tapes. It's not known how much of the movie was made or if it was even an original movie. During this time, it was not uncommon to claim you have a movie, but actually it was just 3 episodes of a show put together. For example, the Donkey Kong cartoon from the 90s had a VHS tape advertised as a movie, but was just the same show, but with 3 episodes edited together. They weren't even in the correct order. With Superhuman Samurai, it's hard to really know if we even have anything defined. This potentially could just be something announced, but never stepped in production phase. Regardless, it's an interesting mystery for those into this niche, and I would love to watch an unfinished Diet Coke Power Rangers. Easter, requested by Void Boys. This is a short film running around 31 minutes long. The plot is about a couple watching a gay adult movie, and the husband realizes he might be gay, while the wife also suffers a psychological breakdown and ultimately burns herself, ending up hospitalized. Sorry, I shouldn't have asked how your day was. This is all we know about the story. The film was written by Harmony Korine as part of an ambitious but ultimately cancelled anthology project titled Jokes. Easter was the only one to be finished. The screenplay for Easter was apparently published as part of Korine's collected screenplays, released by Faber and Faber in 2002, meaning the script itself is technically accessible to anyone who can track down a copy of that out-of-print book, but I have yet to buy the book and read through it to see if it's there, so take this info with a grain of salt. The Easter segment itself did premiere at showings, however. Easter premiered at the Venice Film Festival in 2000. It was shown at Harmony Korine retrospective screenings in various US cities, and no theatrical run or broadcast is known to have occurred. These images are the only stills of this movie that we have. It's unknown if this will ever get a home media release. Alan Tutorial, requested by Dr. Moon 1200. Alan Tutorial is a horror first but also comedic YouTube series about a guy making odd tutorial videos. The videos start off normal-ish, then slowly get weirder and more concerning with each video. Here's the first video.
On the paper. So first thing you gotta do is you rip off a piece of paper and you're gonna put the paper on the floor. Next thing you do is you gotta take the fork.
And here's the last video.
And it's torn.
The series lasted from 2011 to 2014 with overall 64 videos. Fun fact, Alan Tutorial is created by Alan Resnick, the same person who did unedited footage of a bear, This House Has People in It, and voiced Zane in Common Side Effects. The lost media comes in with the video How to Change. When you watch it now, it is silent for 1 minute until nice jazz music plays. However, when the video was first uploaded, it did indeed have sound. The sound for this video is lost, as there is no re-upload that has it. Thankfully, due to a glitch, we can get a gist of what Alan was saying, as the auto-generated subtitles were still displaying for a while even after the video was muted. Some videos on the Alan Tutorial channel have been deleted over the years, but they have been re-uploaded and archived. However, How to Change his original audio still remains lost. These 3 shows were requested by Happy Colored Grimsy, The Kids from Caper, Getting Together, and Lovecast USA, all from the 1970s. These shows, besides Lovecast, aren't completely lost, and can find some episodes, but not all of them are archived, as I said. The Kids from Caper was a comedy series that aired on NBC from September 1976 through November of that year. All 13 episodes were produced and directed by Stanley Z. Cherry. Among the executive producers was a rock music producer named Don Kirshner. Both Cherry and Don previously worked on The Monkees, Cherry having written an episode in 1968, while Don served as the original music supervisor up until 1967. The show has never received an official home media or streaming release of any kind. You can find a few episodes on YouTube, but the majority of them are lost. Since TV recordings weren't really a thing in the early 70s, it's uncertain if any of the 3 shows listed will ever be found. Lovecast USA is a 1973 animated TV special from the same company known for their work on the Pink Panther cartoon series. It aired on January 6, 1973 as part of the ABC Superstar movie, a Saturday morning anthology block that ran on ABC. The block was notable for serving as a testing ground for potential series, featuring pilots and one-off specials from studios including Hanna-Barbera, Filmation, and Warner Brothers. No copy of Lovecast USA is known to exist in public circulation and can find people online in the past searching for it. Getting Together was a short-lived musical sitcom that aired on ABC during 1971 to 1972, starring teen idol Bobby Sherman and Wes Stern. ABC canceled the series just after 14 episodes. It is notable as a spin-off to the Partridge Family. Sherman died in June 2025, adding renewed urgency to find efforts to see the series properly preserved and released. About 6 episodes are available online, and interestingly, some of them were uploaded about 6 months ago as of this video by Warped Records, who appear to have the film reels of the show. It's unknown how they got it or how many episodes they have though. Phineas and Ferb, the movie. Candace Against the Universe. Requested by Ponix. No, the movie is not lost. What this refers to is a deleted scene in it, which featured a character named Milo, a character from a spin-off show created by the same people as Phineas and Ferb. Milo was going to appear in the movie, but was scrapped because the idea of Milo is that whatever can go wrong will go wrong, and the staff of the film didn't want to give the idea that all the problems in the movie were because of Milo. We know this because Dan Povenmire, the creator of the show, talked about it in an Instagram live stream. Milo's character is voiced by Weird Al, and even though his character was cut from the film, he would voice another character instead, so he isn't completely absent from the film. There is no footage or audio from these deleted scenes. The only music topic in this video, Coyote888 is an indie rock band from New Zealand formed in 2018. This topic was requested by Ben Grob. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I apologize if I'm not. The band was active from 2016 to 2018, then briefly again around 2021 to 2022. Coyote was formed by 2 brothers, Jeremy, who now goes by the alias Frog Power, and Luis, who sadly passed away in 2022 at just the age of 19 from a seizure. You can find the Bandcamp page for Coyote, however, what's listed on it is not all of what the band had to offer. In total, there are 6 EPs, Life is Grey, Timing the Centaur, Hotel for Dogs, Wine Man, Back to the Shop, A Monkey Was Struck by a Bullet Will Bleed and Die, and a unreleased 2022 album. Only Hotel for Dogs and Taming the Centaur are still accessible. The rest are lost. Ben has got in contact with Jeremy asking about these other releases. However, Jeremy claims that he unfortunately no longer has any of the files for these projects anymore, making these songs lost to him as well. The 2022 album is most likely lost forever, but it is possible that someone out there still has the rest of the EPs somewhere. Ren has tried searching for himself, but has reached a dead end. I will leave a link to Coyote's Bandcamp page in the description, so if you want to listen to their music and are interested in helping out the search, go right ahead. Ben has also created a Google spreadsheet as well, of all the tracks and versions available as well. This will also be in the description too. And that is all for this video. Thank you for the recommendations. Hopefully some of you watching got some enjoyment out of these and maybe even try searching for them too. I will post an update on my community page about Wazu and Two Toes if I ever hear back from those people. Alright, I love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.